All right, y'all. I am coming straight into it. I need y'all to get y'all popcorn and drop it in the comment section, y'all. This is finna be really, really, really good. First, let me say this, y'all. Put some respect on my boy Trump's name and his entire administration. Let me tell y'all, if y'all think that y'all gonna sit here and try to KJP them, y'all got another thing coming. Y'all have another thing coming. They not playing with y'all. Y'all not about to be able to talk to them any kind of way and think that they not finna add that flame right back at your tail. Stop playing with them. I keep saying this. Put some respect on their name. Now, y'all, I gotta ask y'all, what are some of y'all favorite shows, movies? Okay, because mine, just to give y'all a few, is The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, any type of war movie. I mean, whether it's real, fiction, whatever, any type of war movie, y'all. I'm all over that. Let me tell y'all something. Yesterday marks 30 days. When I tell y'all this has been one hell of a show, every day I'm on the edge of the bed like, dang, I can't wait on the next episode because it is always something going on, y'all. 30 days marked yesterday, and so much mess has unraveled in 30 days, y'all. And we got 4 years of this. When I tell you, if you can sit the same people that was once together all in one room together, everything cool, right? But the minute you sit them in separately rooms and they get to getting questions, somebody finna crumble. So with that being said, y'all, first of all, we gonna dive on through. We got a lot to cover, a lot of good stuff to go over. But we finna dive into my boy. This is coming straight from Jessica at Real Jessica 05, y'all. Holy snap. I'm not gonna say that real word. Trump just got into an argument with the governor of Maine in the White House and ended her entire career in front of everyone. Let me tell you something. Think before you come to Trump. Think first before you come to him. Because I'm telling you, Trump is as real as going to get. He ain't got no filter. And he don't mind telling you like it is. So stop trying him. Stop playing with my boy. Let's dive into the video, y'all. See what took place. Let's go.
Are you not going to comply with it? Well, we are the federal law. Better do it. You better do it because you're not going to get any federal funding. And by the way, your population, even though it's somewhat liberal, although I did very well there, your population doesn't want men playing in.
Facts.
You better comply because otherwise you're not getting any federal funding. Every state, good. I'll see. It'd be a really
Facts.
and enjoy your life after go.
Come on. Like, first of all, but who you think you talking to? Who are you talking to? You talking to the president of the United States. You are talking to the federal, you big dodo. That's why that man said this should be a breeze. Somebody see you in court. All right. Everybody got balls until they start knocking at their door, y'all. Let's keep it moving. Like, you tried it. All right. Meanwhile, y'all, the White House press gets schooled, okay? Because you know these reporters like to come. And I'm telling y'all, they already told y'all we not finna play with y'all on them lies. So stop trying to KJP us because we ain't falling for it. And nothing that last administration did to y'all. We ain't going for that. So with that being said, y'all, let's dive on to it. They getting in their tails too. Trump got to get in some people's tails. They got to do it too, y'all. It's all part of the Trump administration. They gonna face the same issue that he faces. And they got to be able to know how to tackle it when daddy ain't around. So let's get it. Let's go. Get your popcorn out, man. This is good.
Okay. So thank you. And then I've got on these potential checks that you might send out from Doge, is there a concern?
Oh, absolutely not. Because imagine if we don't spend government money and we give it back to people, then if they spend it all, then you're even. But they're probably going to save a lot of it. And also, when the government spends a lot, that's what creates that from Joe Biden. So if we reduce government spending, then that's. And if you give people money, then they're going to save it. And when they save it, then.
It's true that many of the people in this room for 4 years failed to cover the fact that Joe Biden was mentally not running the country. It is also true that many people in this room have used this talking point elected to be able to understand how government works. I'm glad for the opportunity to brief.
Come on.
The president is elected by the whole American people. The only official in the entire government that is elected by the entire nation. Right? Judges are appointed, members of Congress are elected at the district or state. One man, and the Constitution, Article 2, has a clause, known as the vesting clause, that says the executive power shall be vested in a president, singular. The whole will of democracy is imbued into the elected president. That president then appoints staff, then impose that democratic will onto the government. The threat to democracy, existential threat to democracy, is the unelected bureaucracy of lifetime tenured civil servants who believe they answer to no one, who believe they can do whatever they want without consequence, who believe they can set their own agenda no matter what Americans vote for. So Americans vote for radical FBI reform, and FBI agents say they don't want to change. Or Americans vote for radical reform on our energy policies, but EPA bureaucrats say they don't want to change. Or Americans vote to end DEI, racist DEI policies, and lawyers in the Department of Justice say they don't want to change. What President Trump is doing is removing federal bureaucrats who are defying democracy by failing to implement his lawful orders, which are the will of the whole American people.
Shut them up. You better come on and preach today. Give us class then and let us know how it's going. I rocks with them. Facts. Okay, y'all stop playing. Y'all better stop playing with these folks. See, y'all could have got y'all can run it on Biden and Harris and Nancy and Mitch McConnell, and the list can keep going. Y'all can play that on them bimbos. But y'all can't play with these geniuses and educated and smart common sense people. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're only going to set yourself up. I'm trying to tell y'all. So it's been announced, y'all. And I did get to watch the confirmation live yesterday, y'all. But your boy Cash, the flood the gates are about to open and the flood is about to come in. Flood alert, flood alert. Your boy Cash is confirmed 51-49, y'all. Oh, they are scared. Let's get it. Play that again. Y'all, they finna be scared. Y'all, we about to see so many people stepping down, resigning here and there. Now keep y'all tails right there. Keep y'all tails right there, cause Cash coming for y'all. Don't step down. Don't run now. Don't run now. Keep that same energy, y'all. Here go our boy, breaking. Kash Patel, sworn in as Trump's FBI director. Let's get it. Tag. Cash, the flood is in, y'all. Let's get into it.
Solemnly swear
I, Kash Patel, do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely,
that I take this obligation freely,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties of the office on which I am about to enter.
discharge the duties of the office of which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Let's go. Let's go. Tag, you win. You in that thing. You up. You up. You up, baby. Woo-wee.
Wow. First and foremost, we were just with President Trump, and I just want to thank him. I know he's not here in the room right now, but what a ride we have been on. What a courageous warrior and leader he has been. And the faith and trust he has put in me to lead the FBI is the greatest honor that I'll ever have in my life. And to General Bondi, that sounds pretty freaking cool. Pam, you're my sister, you're my mentor, you're my friend, you're my boss, and the confidence you have placed in me, I will never violate that trust. The men and women of the FBI will be led under your leadership through one standard, the Constitution.
Let's freaking go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Ooh, the flood is coming. The flood is coming on in. So we just going to do a little throwback. This is from Frey J. Tarty, y'all, coming straight from her page. Throwback. FBI Director Kash Patel discusses Zelensky and calls for an investigation to where the money went to the Americans sent to the Ukraine. Sounds like a job for Doge, y'all. Just some of the stuff that just give y'all of your boy. Check it out.
I've asked this Congress to investigate where has this money gone. The American people are owed that answer because it's our money, it's our taxpayer dollars.
And there's a lot of really good reason to be concerned because the Ukraine was known as a place of corruption, a place for money laundering.
Yeah, it's not like we sent $1 billion, as if that was even a small number to begin with, right? We've sent 100 times that to one country. I don't know how this Congress is allowed to get away with it. And Zelensky is out there. He went on the world stage and said Russia fired a rocket into Poland, which would literally be an act of war. Well, it turned out that Russia fired no such rocket. It turned out that the rocket came from the Ukraine and was fired into Poland.
And it was a mistake, basically.
If Zelensky's going to go out there and beg the world for more money and come to the U.S. and sit in the well of our Congress and say, we want more money, and then call and demand the new Speaker of the House provide more and more money, and call Mitch McConnell and say, we need more and more machinery, he needs to be more prepared about global statements that bring us to the precipice of war than doing what he did last fall with this missile attack, or this missile launch, I should say. And we just can't have full faith and trust by giving a leader $100 billion and having him say, I'm not telling you where the money went.
Ooh, y'all, baby. This is so good. Where is y'all popcorn? Oh my God. Benny Johnson, Julie K says Deep State is in a panic over Kash Patel's issue. Dark warning to confirmation blockers, y'all. This man, y'all. Let's get it. The flood is coming.
We are one step closer to Kash Patel. Let's begin with that. A very squishy 48-45 vote for closure and to bring an executive session forward. Do you have any reporting that says that we may need to do extra work or arm twisting in the Senate for Kash?
Not that I see, but of course, something like that is always possible. You do have, look, this is the appointment, Benny, as you know, that the deep state, the ruling class, is most afraid of. So I'm sure they are twisting arms as heavily as they possibly can to get some defectors, Republican defectors, but they will pay a price if anyone prevents the confirmation of Kash Patel. Because as you noted, he himself has been a victim of the lawfare, political lawfare by the previous Department of Justice. He has had a front row seat to all of this, dating back to his work on Devin Nunes's Intelligence Committee. He is the one that really found the ties between the DNC, Hillary Clinton campaign, Fusion GPS, all tied to the Steele dossier. So he's got, but he's a professional, as you know, Benny. He's a very serious individual. He was a public defender and a prosecutor. So he is going to exhume all the skeletons out of the FBI, hold people accountable, and clean up that agency to the extent that it's even possible.
Yeah.
We are one step closer to Kash Patel.
Ooh wee. All right. Coming from C3, y'all. At C_3, C_3. Okay. This is when Devin Nunes blew the whistle on Obama administration at the government illegal spying on Trump. Do you know who Devin's right-hand man was during all of this? Kash Patel. This is why they fear him. Kash knows exactly what they did. Confirm. Let's get into it.
As promised, I'm going to continue to keep you apprised of new developments. Some significant developments, I think, occurred over the course of the last few days with information that was brought to my attention. And I'm going to just sort of read a very brief statement, and that's about all I can tell you, but I want to keep you fully informed of what's happening. At our open hearing on Monday, I encouraged anyone who has information about relative topics, including surveillance on President-elect Trump or his transition team, to come forward and speak to the House Intelligence Committee. I also said that while there was not a physical wiretap of Trump Tower, I was concerned that other surveillance activities were used against President Trump and his associates. So first, I recently confirmed that on numerous occasions, the intelligence community incidentally collected information about U.S. citizens involved in the Trump transition. Details about U.S. persons associated with the incoming administration, details with little or no apparent foreign intelligence value, were widely disseminated in intelligence community reporting. Third, I have confirmed that additional names of Trump transition team members were unmasked. And fourth and finally, I want to be clear, none of this surveillance was related to Russia or the investigation of Russian activities or of the Trump team. The House Intelligence Committee will thoroughly investigate surveillance and its subsequent dissemination to determine a few things here that I want to read off. Who was aware of it? Why it was not disclosed to Congress? Who requested and authorized the additional unmasking? Whether anyone directed the intelligence community to focus on Trump associates, and whether any laws, regulations, or procedures were violated.
Come on, man. Come on, y'all. Meanwhile, y'all, what I was saying in the beginning, if you got everybody in the same room, it's kind of hard to, get what you need to get at them because they all going to be on one page. But the minute you sit them in separate rooms and they get to getting questioning, people start to change up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, y'all, I told y'all we got a lot of different stuff today. They ain't all entwined into one. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, these are different episodes. We got to keep up because it's going to be a new episode tomorrow. I can guarantee y'all that. So with that being said, y'all, coming straight from Paul. It's called, he's on X, Bubble Bath Girl. Mayor Karen Bass just fired her DEI fire chief, Kristen Crowley, had accused Bass of defunding the fire department, which resulted in nothing being prepared for the fight wildfires. An official of Mayor Bass says Bass' office knew the wildfires. Rewind it. An official of Mayor Bass says Bass' office knew the wildfire risk before Bass went to Ghana. Look at this. Acting in the best interest of Los Angeles public safety and for the operations of Los Angeles Fire Department, I have removed Christine Crowley as fire chief. 1,000 firefighters were sent home on Chief Crowley's watch the day of the fires that broke out. Chief Crowley refused to do an after-action report on fires. This required her removal. Okay. Somebody trying to get some balls, as you can see. Effective immediately. Get on out of there.
Meet Alexander Boss, an official inside the office of Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass. Boss discloses into our hidden camera that Mayor Karen Bass's office knew these wildfires would happen and admits there was nothing the mayor's office could do to stop the fires.
They really had no idea this fire was a possibility.
Of course they did. The thing is, there's nothing they can do. But red flag warnings, it's a big indication of fires.
Yeah.
So of course they did.
The Los Angeles mayor official tells our undercover journalist how Mayor Karen Bass was overseas in Ghana trying to obtain a consulate for Los Angeles there, while the city of Los Angeles was burning to the ground.
So what was the initial response when this all happened? Like, because the mayor wasn't in town.
First of all, she wasn't just out there like partying it up with Bad Bunny. You know what I mean? Like, so she was out there like doing work. And
what was she doing?
So right now, Ghana's trying to establish a consulate in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
One big plan of hers is to integrate like African countries to get consulates out here, and that's like a big like strategic goal of the office.
Y'all told y'all. Crazy, right? Crazy. Yep. Buddy. All right, y'all. Hang on. There is more. So here is coming straight from James O'Keefe's page, y'all. Leaked phone call. LA Mayor Karen Bass defended Ghana trip despite local catastrophe. I'm missing 2 work days. I'm missing 2 work days. That's it. Drop a cryptic warning days before LA fires. So y'all, it is some leak that then got out from her. Check it out. Let's listen.
And just in terms of my trip, just so you know, I'm missing 2 work days. That's it. And if President Biden extends me an invitation, I took it. And hopefully you can read in between the lines. But I would just appreciate and it's hard for me to tell you this, but hold tight. You will understand soon. The situation is very dangerous, and I would never I will take the criticism before I do a publicity stunt. And frankly, a press conference at this point in time would just be publicity.
I think the neighbors, the property owners,
yeah,
and the residents. I mean, 41,000 people live within a square mile here.
Yeah.
2 families share a 1-bedroom apartment.
But they want to hear that something is going to be done.
They want to know it's recognized. But they want to know it's recognized.
Exactly. But if I have a choice between that and compromising something, I just have to go along with it. It's not my area of expertise. I want to make sure that you are safe. And hopefully you can read in between the lines. But I would just appreciate and it's hard for me to tell you this, but hold tight. You will understand soon.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And when I am able to talk, I will be happy to go into great detail.
Okay. And you've got me on the street, and you're welcome to call me at any time. I'll call you right back.
No problem. And just in terms of my trip, just so you know, I'm missing 2 work days. That's it. And if President Biden extends me an invitation, I took it.
CFJ, citizen journalism, y'all. Wow. Get your popcorn. LA Fire Chief Christy Garley. So we know that she's been fired, y'all. Check this out.
The $17 million, let me be clear, the $17 million budget cut and the elimination of our civilian positions like our mechanics did and has and will continue to severely impact our ability to repair our apparatus. So with that, we have over 100 fire apparatus out of service. And having these apparatus in the proper amount of mechanics would have helped. And so it did absolutely negatively impact. Let me be clear, the $17 million budget cut.
Sure. Well, again, there needs to be a full investigation because there were fire trucks that had mechanical issues, and we need to make sure that there are mechanics to take care of them. But there were also fire trucks that were idle because of staffing. And that's an issue in terms of the deployment, the pre-deployment, all of that is an issue, and all of that will be investigated. And as I said in the beginning, I wanted to get past the emergency. So the fires are 100% contained as of Friday. And then right after that, we're facing the rains, which are continuing. And hopefully, I asked the National Weather Service, what did the weather look like in the month of February? So hopefully, we will at least not have to deal with more rain, which is the potential mudslides. That's when the evaluation and all that process will begin. The Fire Commission will take the lead on an investigation independently, and then the governor will weigh in with firms, independent firms that will examine everything that happened.
Trump went down there, got in that ass, y'all, and it was all she wrote. Well, y'all, I'm going to end it right here, straight off at JTXCCGN. I'll get the popcorn. That is exactly right, y'all. That is exactly right. I can't even click into it. Well, let me see. Would it let me do it? Why won't let me make it bigger? Anywho, y'all, I'll get the popcorn. Okay? Most definitely. Get y'all popcorn. I told y'all we was going to have a lot of good stuff to cover. Y'all, on the next episode, we got to stay tuned to tomorrow because I'm telling y'all, it's going to be a different episode every single day for the next 4 years. Hopefully they can make that change where we can have Trump and the whole team another 3, 4. Why not? Why not? Wouldn't that be great? Anywho, drop the popcorn in the comment section, y'all. As y'all know, we covered Trump getting in that tail. Then we covered his team getting in tails. Then we covered Kash Patel, the flood that's coming. You know what I'm saying? That's been sworn in. All right. And then we getting in Karen and her team. They turning on each other, y'all. People are being exposed. And that's what happens when authority comes to the White House. This is what happens. Now, we knew the last administration was going there screwing up things, but we didn't know it was this bad. When I tell you they got a lot to clean up, y'all, they got a lot to clean up. This is wow. Anywho, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for the love and support. Thank you if you watched this video from beginning to the end, okay? Because it takes a lot to get this out here for y'all. Look, do me a favor. Tell a friend, share, y'all. Share. This information has to get out because there is still fake news out there feeding someone the wrong news. And this is the type of news that they need to see. They need to be able to see this. You know what I'm saying? We have to get the truth out, you know, and I ain't saying I'm perfect with it. I'm still learning, okay? But I'm just saying, let's learn together. And never take my word for it. Go do it yourself, okay? Go do it yourself. However, y'all, that popcorn was good. Now, unfortunately, I got to give me some more popcorn. But if you got it or whatever you got eating it, y'all, drop it in the comment section. Let's talk because y'all know I love to talk in the comment section now. It's a lot of y'all talking. I can get to some of y'all. And I see some of y'all. It takes me days at a time because there's a lot of comments. But let's chop it up in the comment section. Y'all, appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm up out of here. Be safe.